My wife cheated on me with our son's baseball coach. My wife just told me she's been seeing someone for the past 6 months. We've been married for 8 years and have 2 kids, aged 5 and 6. I've always been head over heels in love with her because she's just incredible, both as a person and as a mother. She's the glue that holds our family together, truly spectacular. The other day, she was showing me something on her phone and a message popped up saying, "I love you more." Naturally, I asked her about it. She explained it was a coworker she'd been helping out, so I didn't think much of it at the time. The next day, after a lovely weekend with family celebrating our daughter's birthday, my wife said she needed to tell me something. Well, turns out that "I love you more" message wasn't from her coworker after all. At least, not the one she told me about. But she's keeping tight-lipped about who it really was from. She dropped a bombshell on me, saying that 6 months ago, when I was going through a rough patch, mostly just dealing with weed and booze, nothing harder, she found love with someone else. Love she felt like I wasn't giving her in our relationship. She said something like, "If I'm catching feelings for someone else, maybe I shouldn't be married. It's not fair to either of us. I never wanted this to happen, but it's here now and we've got to deal with it." She swears she wasn't out looking for someone else, it just sort of happened. Started off as a friendship and then turned into something more. She's adamant that they haven't been physical, not in a sexual way. She's saying life's too short to be unhappy and she wants to be happy. She's proud of the changes I've made. Apparently, I've stepped up my game as a dad and we're closer than ever. But she's still not feeling 100% happy, and my changes haven't done it for her, so she's looking elsewhere. She's saying this other person might not be the complete solution either. She's worried that I'm giving my all and it's still not enough, but she won't give me any specifics. We've had such a wonderful, loving relationship. People see us as a solid couple, the kind who have everything together. We'd be the last ones anyone would think this could happen to. So I'm just crushed, completely shattered, and I don't know what to do. We own a house together, making payments on it, and neither of us has any other debts. We had the perfect life, and now out of nowhere, she's telling me about this 6-month relationship and thinking it's best for us to split. I'm lost. I have no idea how to move forward. I've told her she needs to tell her family what's going on, so I can do the same with mine. It's really her call to spill the beans. I'm just heartbroken for our kids. When we were dating and then got married, cheating was the one thing we both agreed would tear us apart. We both know what it's like to come from broken families, and I never wanted that for our kids. I just feel so empty and shattered. She was everything to me, and I'm grateful for the 10 years we've had together. But I can't shake this feeling that things are falling apart, and I feel completely powerless. It's all in her hands now. I'm just broken into a million pieces. Update 1. 5 months later. I caught her red-handed when I saw a text pop up during my daughter's birthday party saying, "I love you more." When I asked her about it, she brushed it off as a message from a coworker she's been helping out. With all our family and friends around, I let it slide. But the next day, she came clean. She admitted to being in a relationship for the past 6 months, which started back in October. She refused to tell me who it was with or what they've been up to. I was crushed, completely devastated, and I still am. We decided to take some time apart, but she carried on with her relationship with this other person. Meanwhile, I did some digging and found out from phone records that it was our son's coach. When I confronted her about it, she didn't deny it and kept seeing him. I sought legal advice, and the lawyer advised me not to leave the house or the kids. He said I should either try to work things out or consider leaving, and to see a therapist. My therapist thinks she's a narcissist and advises me to protect myself and my kids and get out of the situation. By December, she claimed she'd ended things with him and wanted to give us another shot. I put in all the effort I could muster, but it doesn't feel like her heart's really in it. She hasn't gone above and beyond or even truly apologized for what she's done. I've stumbled upon some things too. As the admin on our family Google account, I've seen more than she realizes. She's kept a framed picture of him at her desk, maybe it's still there, and I've found nude selfies she sent him, ones I never received. There's even a photo of his naked behind in our beach condo, a space I thought was sacred as we spent time apart. I've slept on those very sheets. I also know she's been dining at fancy restaurants with someone else, and she's been saving all these romantic quotes that clearly aren't about me. It's like love is haunting my thoughts rent-free. She's been wearing a white bracelet with one black bead every day now. I've confronted her about it before. At first, she lied and said it was a gift from her mom. Then she claimed her best friend had a matching one. But here's the thing. Her affair partner wears an all-black bracelet with one white bead. I know exactly what that means. But she doesn't know I've caught on to all of this. As of now, I can't find any evidence that she's still seeing him, but I do know she uses Snapchat frequently and is quite secretive with her phone. Whenever I try to talk about the affair, things blow up. I promised I'd try not to bring it up and move past it, but it's just not something I can easily forget. I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but it always seems to come out when we argue, which is practically every week now. We'll have good moments, even get intimate, but then something triggers us and it all goes downhill again. Recently, she cancelled our babysitter for our trivia night last Tuesday, and again for this Friday when I had tickets for us to see a show. But she doesn't want to go because she thinks I can't move past her affair. Her parents, her mom and stepfather, had their own affair back in the day, and they're fully supportive of my wife. They've been calling and texting me, saying it's unfair for me to keep bringing up her affair. Those images of him, they're like unwelcome tenants in my mind, rent-free and refusing to leave. No matter how hard I try, I can't shake what she's done. I'm at a loss. She's painting me as the bad guy, but I've been here the whole time. I didn't go and fall in love with someone else. I just don't get it. I'm a complete mess emotionally. Update 2, 3 days later. Well, long story short, I literally just caught her at the family condo with the other guy. I've got photos and videos of his truck, his stuff in our place, and her coming out of the master bedroom where he was holed up behind a closed door. On top of that, I checked our shared car, which she had been driving. It was left unlocked in the parking garage with an open bottle of High Noon in the cup holder and all her stuff still inside. When she got home, we had a calm conversation about it, but she kept blaming me. She said if I had talked to her last night, I sort of ignored her. Maybe she wouldn't have ended up with him. So I let her know I'll be home later this afternoon or evening, leaving her unexpectedly in charge of the kids today. I had planned to spend time with them, but she took them away from me yesterday for some activities. I figured we could do separate activities today, but honestly, I'm not in the right headspace to give the kids my best right now, and I definitely don't want to be around her. So I asked if she could sleep in one of the kids' rooms, and she got upset, saying our bed is her bed and she'll sleep wherever she wants. I just said, sure, whatever. I've already been on a 6-mile walk, trying to clear my head, and I've been calling up all the lawyers I can find. I know I can't just up and leave the house, but I can't be around them after what I witnessed this morning. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who responded earlier this week and suggested the Grey Rock and 180 techniques. I tried them out and I guess it pushed her to this. But I've made up my mind, I'm officially filing for divorce and there's no turning back. My lawyer told me to cut off contact with her, so that's exactly what I'm doing. She texted me last night, going on about how she hasn't asked for another chance even though I've given her plenty, and how she loves me and is suddenly all about therapy and sharing locations and phone access. But honestly, I'm just done with it all. When I got home last night, she was in the master bedroom, so I ended up sleeping upstairs. This morning, there was zero communication. She wouldn't even look at me. Yesterday, when I caught them on video, I noticed his hat, and I realized he's a local landscaper. So I gave the company a call to confirm. Yup, he works there. All right, thanks. That was that. Then this guy had the nerve to call me, saying if I want to talk to him, here's his number, but don't call his boss. I just told him I have nothing to say, and he replied with the same. Then he hung up. To add to the chaos, her mum reached out, saying how sorry she is and that she knows I must be devastated. She said to give her a call whenever I can. For now, I'm sticking to my no-contact plan with everyone and leaving it all up to my lawyer once I find one to handle the talking. This is so damn hard.